Distinguished guests, dear colleagues and friends around the world, it is my pleasure to address you all today on the occasion of the 2023 United Nations Datathon. This message is in particular directed to the teams in Rwanda, China, United Arab Emirates, Australia and Switzerland. Let me thank the statistical officers of Rwanda, China and the UAE and the universities in Brisbane and Geneva for hosting on-site events related to our central event in Montevideo, Uruguay. Over there, I will of course especially thank my dear colleague Mr. Diego Abual and his whole team at the Instituto Nacional de Estadísticas de Uruguay for all their efforts to host this Datathon. I can honestly tell you that the United Nations family really appreciates all the efforts that you all are putting into this to make this a global event and a global success. About 2 months ago, many world leaders were in New York for the Sustainable Development Goals Summit. The main focus was on how we can still fulfill the promise of achieving the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. As you know, one of the outcomes of the summit was the commitment by countries to put renewed energy in the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals by focusing on 6 so-called transitions: food, energy, digital connectivity, education, employment and climate change. That is why I'm very happy that the theme of the Datathon, on which all of you are going to work, are exactly these 6 topics. My team organized 2 sessions during the Sustainable Development Goal Action Weekend, just before the SDG Summit. These 2 sessions were about the power of data and about the importance of geospatial information for the implementation of the SDGs. I have been told that each team in this Datathon will have to include the geospatial dimension in its data solutions. This is great. You will see that when your team integrates geospatial information in your presentation or application, that application becomes immediately much more actionable. In other words, the geographical dimension will show you where a trend in the indicators occurred so that a new policy can be immediately applied by the relevant policy decision level to that specific geographical area. Dear colleagues and friends, it has been a privilege of my team to closely collaborate with the United Nations Youth Group in organizing this event. A Datathon is all about data science, which is all about young people trying new things in the data space. A big thank you to Umaima, Abhijit and Barbara and the whole UN Youth Group. The main challenges for improving the conditions of people, planet and prosperity are most important for the younger generation. I therefore encourage all of you to find creative solutions which will help us in addressing these challenges that we face, especially regarding climate change. The engagement of the youth is critical. It gives hope and is an inspiration to all of us. As teams are participating in all parts of the world, I encourage you to communicate intensively with each other during this event and to keep in touch after the event. Let me tell you from my personal experience of over 30 years in the global statistical and data family, there is nothing more valuable than having friends in many corners of the world. Together, we can and we will build a better and brighter future. I wish all teams a very successful 2023 Datathon. Thank you.